is time. It is time to brew your best beer. The 2015 Sjporr Challenge is brought to you by the Grainbill Homebrew Supply, located in Red Lion, Pennsylvania. Brewers Exchange, operating in the U.S. and Canada. Finney's Homebrew Emporium, located in Bishopdale, Christchurch, New Zealand. And Omega Yeast, located in Chicago, Illinois.
Clements Homebrew coming at ya with the 2015 Sjporr Challenge beer review for the West Coast Hub. Today we've got Cherry Pie Pale Ale. That's a fun label, isn't it? Doesn't tell me who the guy is. That's great. I think it's Two Rocks Brewing on there. It's a pale ale or fruit ale with locally grown cherries. So I'm looking forward to trying this one. Okay, we set a small hiss when we opened it. And we're going to pour carefully as usual, since I don't know how, if it's bottle conditioned or not. We're going to call that good. All right, you know, the color's just spot on. And look at those bubbles cascading up on the sides of this glass. That's just ideal. The head is white, just a clean white head. And the color is kind of an orange amber with a reddish hue to it. So the color is just true to what it should be. Very inviting. Let's get the nose. Voila! As advertised, it has a great cherry pie smell. So I'm gonna take a few more notes and be back. I'm giving this a swirl. The head is built back up again. So appearance is just spot on spectacular. And the cherry scent is like the sweet cherries with just the slightest amount of tartness to it. Reminds me of my grandmother's cherry pies. I am not exaggerating. That is just a beautiful scent. Again, 3BE-701-B91. Cheers to the first part. Oh, that's good. We're diving in. Ha! Nice. Nice. How do I describe this? The cherry comes on. It's a sweet cherry, not overly sweet, but sweet with just a light tartness to it. It's just like a good old-fashioned pie feeling in a pie. It's light though. It's a light taste. Now, there is a slight alcohol taste on this, so like a very hint, slight. I'm getting nitpicky here of like an ethyl alcohol taste, but it's just very faint. And I get just a little bit of that, I call it noyau. It's just like, it's from like apricots or peaches. There's the little nut that's inside of those, and it's that kind of a flavor. For me, that's not a deterrent. It's something I'm really familiar with, more so in sours, but it's a nice flavor. I'm going to spend a little time with this and come back. Look, there's even some lacing on the sides, so bravo. Well, I'm sipping this over time. Look at this. I've swirled it, and that beautiful head picks up with some nice lacing and legs on there. It's a just spectacularly beautiful beer, which always makes it so much more pleasurable to drink. The flavors on it, it's just a light cherry with the sweet and a little bit of the tart. What's really interesting is that it's picking up what I would consider probably like characteristics from the pit, like cherry pits. And it's a flavor that I describe as noyau. It's a typical thing that you find in sour ales. It's the nut that's found inside the pit of like apricots and peaches. And now that does give it a slight acidic taste, but it's actually a sought-after taste in sour ales, and I'm picking that up. It's interesting to get it in the cherry, but there are pits and cherries. Other than that, and I'm not necessarily counting it down. It wouldn't be what maybe some people would look for in one. but for me, it's a familiar taste that I've enjoyed in some top-notch beers. Doesn't particularly dry out. The malt is kind of almost, it's lightly sweet, kind of neutral. It's a little more to it than what I would call a typical pale, and you can see that in the color. And I don't know what they did for hopping. I assume the hopping is very light. A really pleasant beer. A really very pleasant beer. We'll have to see where we go with scores. I'm going to sip on this for a while, but this is a fun one for sure. This is the 3BE-701-B91. It's a cherry pie. Oh yeah, cherry pie. Cheers. See you on the next one.